Do you hear that? There is a whisper, a faint suggestion, telling you that you are choosing to read these words, that your curiosity is your own, that you have the full authority to stop or to continue it. That is the voice of the greatest illusion ever spun, the grand fairy tale of free will. Look closely at the moment you decide to turn the page or click the mouse. That moment feels real, doesn't it? It wears the face of choice. But I ask you to look again, deeper, past the feeling. Did you truly create that decision from nothing, or did you merely discover it the very instant it surfaced from the dark waters of your mind? This question is no longer idle philosophy. It is the scalpel at the throat of the story you tell about yourself. We are raised on the myth of the driver. Our entire civilization, from our courthouses to our cathedrals, from our praise to our punishment, is built on this fragile foundation. We must believe in it, because the alternative, the truth that there may be no driver in the car at all, just a complex machine reacting to the world, is a nightmare too profound for a consciousness that craves control. But the truth is indifferent to our fears. And when we bravely disassemble the machine, piece by piece, the myth of choice begins to shatter. It is not a supernatural force. It is a sensation. A late-breaking news report generated by the brain to retroactively justify a command that was already given. You are not the king issuing the decree. You are the court scribe, writing down the king's decisions and then convincing yourself you made them. Join me in this dissection. We will not use vague metaphysics. We will use the scalpel of science and reason to expose the three solid walls that constitute your prison. The first wall is the biological machine. The second is the environmental programmer. And the final, unbreakable wall is cosmic destiny. The first wall, the biological machine, was built the moment you were brought into existence without your consent. You did not choose your parents. You did not negotiate your genome. You were thrown into existence with a detailed blueprint, written in a chemical language you cannot read. That blueprint didn't just dictate your eye color or height. It wrote the first draft of your personality, your predispositions, and your fatal flaws. Studies of identical twins separated at birth are irrefutable. They grow up in different families, different cultures, different economic conditions. And yet, they are not just similar in appearance. They share bizarre habits, identical fears, overlapping political leanings, and even uncanny choices in love, like the names of their spouses or the breed of their pets. These choices, which feel so deeply personal, turn out to be just the expression of a pre-written program. If your genes predispose you to introversion, is your choice to stay home on a Saturday night truly a choice, or is it merely compliance with a biological imperative? If you carry the MAOA gene variant, which is linked to reduced impulse control, is your burst of rage a moral failing or a predictable chemical reaction? This distinction is no longer philosophical. It is the line between a society that judges and one that understands. And then we come to the brain, the dethroned king. We imagine our consciousness sitting in a command center, making decisions. But neuroscience has stormed that room and found it empty. Benjamin Libet's experiment was the death knell for free will. When subjects were asked to make a simple movement, whenever they felt the urge, sensors recorded a shock, a wave of brain activity. The readiness potential appeared before their conscious awareness of the decision arose. Your conscious I, the part you call you, is just a late-arriving spectator to its own life. It doesn't initiate the action. It is merely informed that the action is imminent, and it immediately weaves a story about how it was in control the whole time. Modern fMRI studies push this to an unbelievable extreme. By observing brain activity, scientists can now predict whether you will press a button with your left or right hand, not seconds, but 7 to 10 seconds before you yourself are aware of having made a choice. 10 seconds. For those 10 seconds, as your brain is already locked onto a path, what is your conscious eye doing? It is telling itself a story about its own hesitation, its deliberation, about a decision it is about to make. It is a brilliant actor, performing a play whose ending is already set. Your dependency on this biological hardware becomes cruelly clear when the machine breaks. Look at Phineas Gage, The man who had an iron rod shoot through his frontal lobe. But his personality died. The moral, reliable man was gone, replaced by an impulsive, rude, and irresponsible shell. His will wasn't lost, it was obliterated by a piece of metal. Or consider the tragic cases of brain tumors. A normal man, a model father, is suddenly plagued by pedophilic urges. He is arrested, convicted, and socially destroyed. Then, doctors discover a massive tumor pressing on a specific region of his brain. After its surgical removal, the urges vanish. He is himself again. And when the tumor, tragically, recurs, the demonic desires return. So, where is the real man? Where was his choice? Is he a victim of a disease, or a sinner with a depraved will? When you can toggle a man's personality, morals, and desires on and off with a scalpel, the very concepts of sin and justice begin to crumble at their foundations. But you are not just a slave to your genes and neurons. You are also imprisoned by the second wall, the environmental programmer. If genes are the hardware, your environment is the programmer writing your entire mental software. You did not choose your native language. You did not choose your country, your religion, or the class you were born into. Yet these things etched a value system, a set of beliefs, and a map of reality onto you that you mistake for your own. Are you sure you chose your favorite food? Or do you simply love what you were fed as a child? Are you sure you chose your political views? Or are you just singing the song of the tribe you were raised in? The freedom we feel is largely just ignorance of the strings pulling us. And in the modern age, this programming has become terrifyingly sophisticated. We are living in the era of choice architecture. Corporations and governments don't need to command you. They just need to arrange the world in such a way that you voluntarily walk into the path they have laid out. The way products are placed on a supermarket shelf, the default option when you sign up for a service. But the most terrifying programmer of all is the algorithm. You think you are browsing freely, you think you are exploring. The truth is, you are being led through a highly personalized maze, a digital prison designed to keep you engaged, enraged, and consuming. The algorithm doesn't give you the truth. It gives you what it knows you will click on. It studies your unconscious biases, categorizes you, and then feeds you calculated stimuli to produce a predictable response. You are not finding information. Information is hunting you, like an invisible predator. When you engage in a furious online debate, are you truly exercising free will, or are you just running a social script written by engineers in Silicon Valley to maximize engagement? The power of this environmental programming can crush the very moral principles you believe are core to your being. The Stanford prison experiment and Milgram's obedience studies proved this. In normal, decent people can be made to torture others simply by being given a uniform or by obeying an authority figure, despite the screams of their victim. They did not choose to become evil. They were simply consumed by the script of a well-staged situation. Your moral choice, which you believe is immutable, is in fact as thin as veneer. Put in the right circumstances, it peels away to reveal the cold metal underneath. And so we arrive at the final, unbreakable wall. Cosmic destiny. Step outside yourself, outside society, and look at the very fabric of reality. Physics tells us the universe can only operate in one of two ways. Neither leaves room for a thing called free will. Possibility 1. The determinist universe. This is the world of Newton and Einstein, a giant machine where every event, from the fall of an apple to the firing of a thought, is the necessary result of an unbreakable chain of cause and effect. If you could know the position and momentum of every particle at the Big Bang, you could, in principle, calculate the entire future, including you reading this very sentence at this very moment. In that universe, you are a puppet. You could not have done otherwise. The feeling that you could have chosen differently is just an illusion born from your ignorance of all the causes that led you here. Possibility 2. The random universe. This is the bizarre world of quantum mechanics, where some events seem to happen randomly, without cause. Some people have desperately grasped at this randomness as a lifeline for free will. But think for a moment, if your decision is triggered by the random swerve of a quantum particle in your brain, does that make it freer? No. It just makes it random. Randomness is not freedom. It is merely chaos. You would not feel freer knowing your choice was just the result of a quantum dice roll. You would only feel more helpless. So we are trapped between two unacceptable options. Either everything is predetermined, or it is random. In neither world is there room for a conscious I, an autonomous agent standing outside the stream of cause and effect, bending reality to its will. So why does this illusion exist? Why did the brain evolve to deceive us so profoundly? Because it is a powerful survival tool. A society whose individuals believe they have choice and responsibility is a more stable, orderly society. It self-regulates. That belief motivates us to plan, to strive, and to avoid harmful behaviors for fear of consequences. A machine that believes it has purpose will function more efficiently than a machine that knows it is just running a program. And on a personal level, it is a psychological defense mechanism to admit the truth that you are just a driverless vessel adrift on the currents of physics and chemistries to collapse in on oneself. It is an abyss of existential dread. The illusion of choice is the veil that covers that abyss, allowing us to continue living without being paralyzed by the truth. So what should we do with this painful awareness? It is not a call for nihilism or immorality. Society still needs rules. Actions still have consequences. We must still lock up the car with failed brakes, even if we know it is not the car's fault. But this realization should change how we see ourselves and others. It should strip you of your arrogance. When you succeed, understand that it was a profound luck of the genetic and environmental draw. When you see a criminal, a failure, or even an enemy, replace moral judgment with a cold understanding. Tell yourself, had I his genes, his upbringing, his exact life experiences, I would be him. There is no difference. The truth does not set you free. It does not break down the prison walls. It simply turns on the lights, allowing you, for the first time, to see the four walls, the handcuffs, and the bars on the window. You are not the driver. You are the car. And the conscious I, the voice whispering in your head right now, is not the one in control. It is merely the lone passenger sitting in the back seat, equipped with a sophisticated dashboard that projects a road it believes it is choosing. But the path was laid long, long ago, and the car just barrels forward on its one inevitable track. Thanks for watching until the end. What was your favorite part? Please let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss my future content. Your support is my biggest motivation. Thank you all so much.